That's the thing, and also how women talk with each other and what women expect from each other. That's also very important. So it's not only about the employees and any supervisors or politicians, it's about ourselves. This is where we should start. And that's what I understood from you. And I'm very impressed, and I thank you for that. And still, there is another thing that I would like to talk with you about. And I'm actually quite surprised that nobody mentioned that, because we're having so many people from the legal tech background in this panel. We are living in a highly digitalized world. So our everyday working life is digitalized, and potentially in the very near future, everything is going to move into the metaverse. And I would say that our generation, as we are digital natives, and it's very easy for us to incorporate technology into solving today's problems. So let me ask you this. What's the role of technology in achieving that goal of authentic, full gender equality? So I'm now looking at who wants to start with legal tech questions, Alina.
It's funny you ask me because yesterday I was at an interesting event regarding artificial intelligence, and we were talking about biased data and biased artificial intelligence. Let me take you on a real journey. Let's take a step back. What is artificial intelligence? It's something humans and big tech programs to make life for us easier and to have an intelligence who works for us, who innovates things for us, and who thinks a little further than we all can do because it gathers human knowledge and consumes the whole thing in one. So it's very, very practical for us. But the thing is, artificial intelligence can only be as intelligent as the ones programming artificial intelligence. Where we come back to the bias, because if humans who are biased program artificial intelligence gets biased too. And that could be a problem regarding the bubble we live in. Every one of us has a social media account. Every one of us taps in Google and Google's things, but Google learns from us, and Google knows who we all are. Google knows if you're a woman, if you're a man, and kind of gathers all these things we hit in, and Google creates kind of a specific artificial surrounding, a specific internet approach for us. And to take one step more ahead, artificial intelligence is also used or wants to be used for kind of assessment processes, also for job hiring. And this could be a problem too, because if you're not aware what the software is doing and what kind of solution you get out of it, there has to be, or is even happening, I don't know, I'm not so in this legal tech bubble, but for example, it's very important that you don't work too much, for example, with images, because artificial intelligence notices from pictures if you're a man or a woman, and if you get the system biased, so artificial intelligence is not supposed to also give you just men for leaderships. So you should take an approach which is neutral, which just regards to the qualifications, to your skills, and not who you are or if you're a woman or a man. This is very important.
So from what I understand is that technology is only as good as we are, as the programmers, all right? More specifically, Victoria, you are also an expert in this field. And what have you observed with the purpose of technology in achieving equality?
So I would agree with your summary that obviously it's just a mirror of society's consciousness, what you would find in various softwares. At least for the most part, because it's still the case that programmers are often male and might have blind spots on what to include or not. And so especially thinking that a lot of legal graduates and people in the legal profession might even have close influence on making future laws. It's very important, I think, that also within your education already that you get some general understanding of technology. For example, what I see within my course, Coding for Lawyers, where it's always 50% female, 50% male, which is normal because University of Vienna, that's a standard rule. And they're equally well at the course, and they enjoy it also at equal levels. And it's one of the most sought after courses at the university at the moment. So there's really high interest also from our digital native generation to really understand more of that. So I think this should all this entire topic of technology and the digital sphere should become part of our education, not only legal education, but actually any study you would have, any topic you would study at the university should have some sort of a course on digital basics, even actually already in school.